Today I'm going to show you how to use your AI study tool in your Pearson eText. Before I do that, I just want you to notice the student resources in your course. I know you're using MyLab mostly for taking quizzes, but to get ready for those quizzes, there's tons of content in here to help you. Under student resources, you have the dynamic study modules. I'll just click on this quickly so you can see what one looks like. So these dynamic study modules, or DSMs, take about 20 to 25 minutes to check on your knowledge. So it's a great way to spend your time before a quiz or a test to work through these dynamic study modules. And these are sort of like study cards, but they're better because they help you learn better the way they're built. So once you come into the dynamic study modules, you can take this introduction, you can look through that, and it walks you through how to use the DSMs. I'm just going to jump into one. These first few are diagnostics to check on your math skills and then to help fill in your math skills where you may need help. If we just choose a chapter, we'll choose chapter 4. And you can see for chapter 4, this takes about 21 minutes, but not too bad to get ready for a quiz to spend 21 minutes studying. Now, you'll see that if we click here, you'll get some content, some information on how you're doing within the module. And what we're going to do is walk through, and you want to go through these questions. If you know the correct answer and you're definite, well, this gives you a little explanation here. If you're unsure, you're going to click half. If you're sure, you'll click the whole bubble. If you're not sure, you can click I don't know yet. So on this question, I'm going to say the answer is I'm sure that it's price floor. And I go on. And it tells me I'm incorrect. Now we're going to walk through these questions. And at the end, you'll see how this really can help you study. So this is just checking your base knowledge on this content. So I'm going to go through this quickly. I'm going to say I don't know on this one. This one I'm going to say, I think it might be this one or it might be this one. I think it might be surpluses or equilibrium, but I'm not quite sure. Now what this is doing is it's adapting to what you do and you don't know on this content. And by rating your confidence in your answer, that helps you learn better too. Now you see we got to end that subset of the questions. And this is helping you chunk down the content of the chapter. So all of this content's coming from the chapter of your book. So, you know, if you go to the top, you can see where you're at with your accuracy and your progress. What's the real key part here is that you can now click on Learn. And when you scroll down, it's going to tell you exactly what you need to know from the chapter content based on the results of that little quiz. So this is the real power of the dynamic study modules. And you need to go through these, and you'll eventually reach mastery where you know the answers, all of the answers to the questions, and that's when it's going to help you understand and remember the content in a much more effective way. So that's a dynamic study module. So don't forget that you have those to help you with this content and to help you get better grades. So that's dynamic study modules. Now we're going to go into the AI study tool, which is a really great innovation that will help you study the content of your textbook. So if we click on the Pearson eTextbook, we're going to come over here and open Pearson Plus. And we're going to open the eTextbook. Now once you're in the eText, you can come over to the table of contents. And you see the scroll down bar here. You can go to the chapter you're studying. Let's just say we're in chapter 4, economic efficiency. So if we click on chapter 4, now the AI study tool is right here. So we click on the AI study tool. And what the AI study tool will help you do is to break down the content of the chapter and help you study more efficiently for your quizzes. So once we click on that AI study tool icon, we have Summarize, Practice, and Explain. Let's click on Summarize. I can have this entire chapter or just the current section I'm working on summarized for me. So if I click on Current Section and Send, you can see how quickly I get a bullet summary of just the content of the section I'm studying. Now that's great, but what's really cool is you can export that. When I click on Export, I can save that content as flashcards, or I can save it as a note, or I can copy to another document. When I save to flashcards and notebook, it comes over into your flashcards here and your notebook here. So you can then go study that content for your quiz in a very efficient way. Now, if we go to New Topic again, we hit New Topic. The next thing we can do is click on Practice. Again, you have the option to practice the current section or the whole chapter. Let's just do current section and Send. Now you can see I've got 15 questions that deal just with the section I'm reading. So now I can check my knowledge on what's in the textbook before I take that quiz. So let's just go through a few of these and answer. So I got that one wrong. It says not quite the definition. That's the definition of producer surplus. So it gives you some information on why you got the question wrong. You can see I got this one wrong again, and gives me the correct answer and gives me some feedback right here. And we'll just do one more. I got that one right, and it gives me a little positive feedback here on my correct answer. So that's a great way to study some of the content. If we go back to New Topic, so that we did Summarize, that was Practice, where we get a little quiz with some feedback, and then now Explain. So you can put any economic term in here, and the beauty of the AI study tool is that it lives within the content of your textbook. So it's not going out to ChatGPT or other sources that are likely to bring back unreliable information for you. So if we just put in, oh, I'm not sure what GDP is. So we can get an explanation of any economic term that we're studying. And you see how fast it pulled up GDP. So again, a bulleted explanation of exactly what GDP is in a nice format. And again, we can export that over now, and we can do save as a note, or in many cases save as the go right into the study cards. Now, let's say we type something in like next Taylor Swift concert, because we're distracted and we are thinking about Taylor Swift instead of economics. What's the AI study tool going to tell us here? So it basically is telling us, I can't really tell you when the next Taylor Swift concert is, but I can relate that to GDP, which is really cool. So in some cases, if you type that in, it would just say, I really can't help you with that question. If you have a question about this chapter, please feel free to ask. But this one actually takes that question that you asked and relates GDP in the way it possibly can relate to Taylor Swift concerts. Pretty cool. So that is the AI study tool. I hope it helps you get ready for your quizzes, and I wish you luck in your course.